Ma'am, I'm telling you, we have
You
a
need to
federal
open
warrant.
this door
You can't
now.
just show up and say that. I haven't seen a thing in writing.
The paperwork is in my car. We can go over it inside.
Not happening. My lawyer told me
Until
I have
I
rights.
see that warrant, you're not coming in.
You're obstructing an investigation. This is only making it harder.
Then call your supervisor.
I'm not moving this chain.
At exactly 11 a.m. on a bright Thursday morning in Phoenix, Arizona, ICE agent Daniel Rodriguez made the worst mistake of his 12-year career. He knocked on the wrong door. He confronted the wrong woman. And he tried to intimidate someone who understood federal law far better than he did. Behind the chained security door stood Maria Santos, not a frightened resident scrambling for paperwork, but a seasoned federal immigration attorney. For 8 years, Maria had defended immigrants in federal court, challenged unlawful enforcement actions, and built a reputation for holding agencies accountable when they crossed constitutional boundaries. Rodriguez had no idea who he was dealing with. He didn't know she had argued before federal judges. He didn't know she had filed successful civil rights lawsuits involving improper ICE conduct. He didn't know she trained other attorneys to recognize violations during enforcement raids. And he certainly didn't know that her Ring doorbell camera was recording every second in high definition. That morning, Maria had been working from home, drafting briefs for 3 federal cases, all involving alleged constitutional violations during immigration operations. The irony was undeniable. While writing about unlawful enforcement tactics, she was about to witness one at her own front door. Rodriguez was participating in what ICE described as a targeted operation in a residential neighborhood. Officially, they were searching for a man with an outstanding removal order. The address on his notes read 1247 Desert View Drive, but he approached 1274, a simple transposed number, a career-altering mistake. The knock was loud and authoritative. Maria checked her Ring camera and saw a man in tactical gear with ICE markings on his vest. She didn't panic. She evaluated. ICE agents cannot enter a private residence without consent or a judicial warrant signed by a judge. Administrative warrants do not authorize forced entry. Maria opened the door slightly, keeping the chain secured, and began recording on her phone. "Where's your documentation? Don't waste my time," Rodriguez demanded immediately. It was a strategy meant to establish control. "I am a United States citizen," Maria replied calmly. "I am not required to provide identification without a judicial warrant." No fear, no raised voice, just a precise legal statement. "We're looking for Carlos Mendez. He lives here," Rodriguez insisted. "Do you have a warrant listing this address?" she asked. A pause. "Is it signed by a federal judge?" she continued evenly. "Or is it an administrative ICE warrant?" The distinction was critical. Federal courts have repeatedly ruled that administrative warrants do not permit entry into a home without consent. Rodriguez shifted his posture. The confidence in his voice softened. "Under the Fourth Amendment," Maria explained, "you cannot demand identification from someone inside their own home without lawful authority. If you have a judicial warrant, you may present it. Otherwise, I do not consent to entry." The Ring camera captured everything. The tone, the hesitation, the imbalance of authority beginning to shift. Maria asked for his name and badge number. He provided them. She informed him that the encounter was being documented. Within days, she filed a formal complaint supported by video evidence. Civil rights groups reviewed the footage. An internal investigation followed. The review confirmed the address error and raised questions about the attempt to demand documentation without proper authority. The agency eventually reached a financial settlement. Rodriguez was suspended during the investigation and did not return. Today, that footage is used in legal discussions as a powerful example of constitutional limits and the importance of knowing your rights. All because of one wrong knock. If someone in tactical gear knocked on your door tomorrow and demanded documents, would you know what to say? Would you understand the difference between an administrative and a judicial warrant? Let me know in the comments where you're watching from and how you would have handled it. And don't forget to subscribe. because the next story is even more unbelievable.